dead time of
Here we go.
silence.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna start again. All right, Jim's doing tell you in our episode. Who cares? I've got a mattress against my wall. Audio listeners can't hear it. Go to youtube.com/whatever the fuck to see I got a
Look
new
at
mattress.
a gross old. There's a stain on it as well.
Yeah,
Um,
it's like 13 years old.
right, but what is that stain?
Probably like Coca-Cola.
Okay, 13 years old
Mm.
minus. So what? You're 11 at this point.
I would be 9.
9. Yeah. So that could very well be a number of things.
I don't think I ever shit in that bed.
You didn't shit the bed.
I don't think so.
Did you puke the bed?
I might have.
I pissed the bed.
I might have. That might be puke. If you want a sample of my DNA,
Yeah, we should get that tested.
get that 23 to mead. See what they say.
It just comes back and it's like you have ancestors in like South Africa and like you're like part Indian. You're just like, what the fuck was on this? Can they do that from a blood
nice.
sample? Does it have to be the saliva? They could do blood, right?
I think they could do
DNA.
blood,
Yeah.
but here's what we do. We spend like $150 because one of those tests is like $150, right?
We should do those.
Yeah, you want to pay for it?
Yeah, I'll pay for it.
We should do one,
I'll use my Mills money.
and I prick my finger
Mm-hmm.
and I fill it with blood, and you do one where you fill it with saliva, and I send it in, and you send it in, and we see what happens.
I think they'd have to. It would be different equipment, right, to test it.
I don't know. I have no idea how it works. Do you want to look it up?
What happens if you send blood into? What is it?
Can I
Almost
send?
23andMe, but isn't that
blood.
a dating website?
No.
No,
23andMe.
23andMe. What is that even supposed to mean? You're 23.
Does it have something to do with?
You're 23 relatives you don't know of.
No, I think it has something to do with like.
Wouldn't that
It's
be-
not chromosomes, right?
I don't know. Don't
Not
ask me
chromosomes.
questions about science. But how wild would that be if you sent that in, and it turns out like your dad had a whole second family, and like there's all this crazy stuff. Yeah.
The company's name is derived from the 23 pairs of chromosomes in a wild-type human cell. Boom!
Oh, so smart.
I know stuff about the human body.
Ugh.
Oh, do you like that?
What is that?
It's a little squishy.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
So these came with my purple mattress, because
And
I got
you
a purple mattress.
Kept them.
Well, yeah, they're fun. They're a little squishy.
Aren't these meant to just like pack the thing?
No.
They sent you a toy with the mattress.
Yeah, it's like a little stress thing.
Yeah.
They also sent me 2 eye masks. So thanks for the confidence.
Really?
Purple
Can I
mattress.
have one?
Yeah, well, one of them's unopened over there.
I can have that?
Yeah, sure.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Give a fuck.
Because what I've been doing is I've been using a blanket, put it over my face, because I don't have curtains.
Right.
So this is perfect.
Yeah, go
Because
for
it's like giving me acne. I gotta wash it all the time, you know?
it. What a pain.
This?
It's great.
Throw that in the washing machine. Throw that in your face.
I also got the really expensive pillows and the really expensive sheets, and you need to feel that pillow after we're done here, because it
Which
is
one? The C-shaped one?
the top one,
Yeah, the C-shaped
not
one.
the C-shaped one. That's my neck pillow. The ones in the gray pillow cases.
You're breaking up.
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Go through. Oh,
I can't open this.
you'll figure it out. You have to be smarter than the packaging to open it.
Usually I take like a knife or a hammer to get things open.
Hammer for boxes, knife for everything else.
Yeah, or scissors.
There
See
you
if
go.
These work.
Can you see anything?
What is the bottom one for?
It's to go on the bottom side of your ears.
Into
You-
my.
you put it.
Right.
That's a thumbnail.
All right.
Here we go.
Like this.
Yeah.
I can still see some light.
It's not gonna block out all the light.
Well, if my eyes are closed, I can't.
What would you do if I punched you in the face right
I'd probably leave. I'd be like, I'm going home.
now? Just fucking clocked
Yeah, I don't
you.
know if I will wear this. I'll give them a try, but it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I wasn't into it either.
Yeah, no, that's kind of uncomfortable.
I looked up, can I send blood into 23andMe? And one of the people also asked questions that Google provides is, can you do a DNA with blood?
Which we've established you can.
Paternity can be determined.
Why'd you buy those lights?
What? I bought those like a year and a half ago.
Oh, have we used them?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I need all the light I can get.
They're
dog.
pretty bright.
Yeah.
I was thinking instead of that shit, we could just get some like pink or purple light bulbs.
Yeah.
Little lights. I think it should be darker, and we should have glow sticks.
I don't think you understand how cameras work.
We can turn these lights off, keep those on, have the other lights, and glow sticks.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that look like pretty cool?
I don't think. I mean, maybe if I had a super fast lens, but I don't. Also, our band of focus would be so narrow that I couldn't have other people.
Light.
No, we should not
We should
do
have
that.
all the lights off and nothing but a strobe light.
There's a great Simpsons gag where it's young Homer and there's people in a van partying and they have a strobe light and it's like super over exaggerated. So it's like a second on, a second off. And you just see like them in different poses of partying. And then you just see Homer like get closer and closer and closer. And then he's just suddenly in the van and everybody's looking at him. And then the next time it's the light, he's just like all the way in the back again. It's a funny bit.
Yeah, I have not seen that.
The Simpsons is a pretty funny show sometimes.
I don't really watch it. I can't say I've ever seen an entire episode of The Simpsons.
It's understandable. Most of The Simpsons is pretty okay. It's mediocre. I think like the season 3 to season 7 is great. Cat's going to town over
He
there.
does have a white
Yeah, told you.
white pubes.
Told you. So we have not determined if we can send blood into 23andMe, so that question is gone.
Well, here's the thing is you can send it in.
Right. What they'll do, we do not know.
Right. And I don't know why you'd want to.
Because you're an idiot? I don't know. Why not?
$150.
Should I look it up on Amazon? They probably have those on Amazon.
No, I buy it off the actual website.
should
I don't
I
want to
get
get a
the actual
fake
website?
one.
Yeah. Jeff would just send you some pre-done ones that say you're not his kid.
Yeah. How well do you know your family history?
Not incredibly well, but I mean, I know a little bit. My dad took a 23andMe test, I think.
So why don't you just use his?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll do one.
Do you want me to text my dad and ask him what I am?
Well, actually, no, because then it wouldn't show your mom. So
I think my mom did it too.
Oh, so just grab their results.
Yeah, but
and then I'll spend the $150.
we could do it on the podcast.
I already have my information. Well, I'll spit on the podcast.
Shop. Okay, Ancestry plus
23andMe.
Traits service $99. Health plus Ancestry service $199.
Oh, is that the one that tells you you're gonna get like cancer?
Yeah, it's like how likely you are to get certain things. 23andMe plus membership, $169 plus $29 1 year prepaid membership. I don't know what that means. What is that? How does that add?
Well,
ongoing new reports and features.
Right, so you can continue to log back in and see if anybody else,
Yeah, but you can
some of
already
your
do that, I
siblings
think.
I don't know. I work with somebody who's done it
Get access to new premium reports and features throughout the year.
because she knows she has a bunch of other like step siblings.
Right.
So she always looks to see if anybody else pops up. See if she can find her siblings.
Interesting. I'm gonna need to fix that cord after. It's really yanking on the mic there.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
We'll put it up on the table. There. Good as new.
Slack.
Yeah.
I
I want to find out like that one of my relatives was like a serial killer or something. Wouldn't
I
that be
mean-
wild.
probably.
That'd be pretty cool.
It would explain a lot.
I don't know. I mean, be interesting.
Listen. I don't advocate for serial killing. I think it's
Mm-mm.
you shouldn't kill people.
No,
Don't
no.
kill people. It's bad. But I want it to be like a game show where you see if you could get away with it. Because that's the fun part for me, and I'm sure for most serial killers, isn't killing the people. I'm sure for some it is. Like, that's part of it. Zodiac probably gets a boner from killing people.
I think they all do.
But I think the more of the fun comes from getting away with it.
I think that's part of it.
And that's really all that interests me. Like, could I kill a bunch of people, and could I get away with it? Like, am I smart enough and crafty enough to get away with it?
Probably not nowadays.
Not nowadays, no.
No.
1970?
1970?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was so easy to kill somebody.
Yes.
You could
yeah.
walk into
It got harder to kill people.
You could
nowadays.
walk into a bank in the 1950s, announce
Right.
your name, take a photo of yourself shooting somebody in the head, leave the photo there, and then they still wouldn't find you for 3 years, and you get away with it if you're
would get
white.
caught because it would take quite a while to set up the camera.
No, they had maybe Polaroids back then.
1950s.
Yeah. Should I look up when the first Polaroid camera came out?
Just type. Well, because there's like family photos from the 50s. So what were they using? A big ass.
They had
then you'd have
family
to develop
photos
the
from
film, like
the 1850s.
right. But there's the one where the guy goes underneath and he's got the little clicker, and then it goes. Poof,
yeah, that
know,
was
like
that was like
1800s.
100 years.
Yeah. So what did they have for cameras in the 50s?
When was the first Polaroid? The first Polaroid camera, called the Model 95, and its associated film, went on sale in 1948 at a department store in Boston.
It makes sense. My Pepe has Polaroids from World War II. I could have answered that question already. I didn't really think of that until after you said that. No, you said 1946 though.
1948.
48. So he
that
doesn't
says it
have,
went
so
on
he-
sale.
Oh,
So they might have had it.
somebody might have had
Yeah.
some kind of thing.
Who knows? There were probably people documenting World War II. They were probably
Probably.
like,
We
this
sound-
seems like a pretty big deal. We should probably.
We sound extra stupid right now.
We always sound
You've
really
never seen like
stupid.
World War II in color?
I've seen World War I in color.
Yeah, all the documentaries.
Yeah.
You think maybe somebody was
That's,
probably documenting?
I think about halfway through, somebody went, should record this.
What are we gonna do with all this film?
You do what the Beatles did and record literally everything for like a year and a half and then not do anything with it. And, 50 years later, Peter Jackson will show up and make a pretty good documentary.
Well, you should do it like that.
Just record everything.
No, like Mark Twain, he didn't want his autobiography put out till like 100 years after he died
That's fair.
because he didn't want anybody that he knew to read it.
Feel bad.
Yeah, because I guess I never got through it. I guess there's 3 of them. I own the first one and I never read it. But I guess it's just like him just kind of rambling on and on.
Yeah.
And it's super fucking long.
Yeah. What else are you going to put in your autobiography? Just fucking nothing.
I'm going to write an autobiography and I'm going to have it be like insane. Like
So then I did a backflip over Princess Diana.
Right. And 100 years from now, people might believe it.
Mine's going to sound like Dennis Reynolds.
I think if you actually wrote an autobiography and you were honest, it would probably be incredibly boring.
It would be the most boring thing ever.
Yeah.
Because what have I done?
Yeah, exactly. It would be like, all right, so
I was a
chapter-
baby.
Yeah,
Shit my
chapter 1.
pants.
Well, you'd start it. I grew up in a small town.
Actually, it wasn't that small. It was, pretty average for the state.
around 3,000 people in the summertime. And then
Not really a tourist destination.
then I went to school. And then
Nothing
I
really
went to-
happened there.
Then I went to another school.
Failed a couple classes.
Then I graduated. And then I did some odd jobs for a while.
Yep.
And then I started working at a grocery store, and that's where I am now.
And then I fucking died.
And that's where I'll be for the rest of my life. It's a good story.
I sometimes get drunk on my days off. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, go outside, have a couple brewskis with the boys.
Well, how interesting was Mark Twain's life?
Probably not very. I feel like the only people who should be writing autobiographies are like
Jordan Belfort.
I was gonna say the person Anne Frank. I was gonna say the
Oh.
person who's not Helen Keller.
Yeah, that's true.
Why are Helen Keller and Anne Frank like crossed so much?
I never knew that they were.
Constantly, people constantly
I know the
do
difference between the two of them.
it. Right,
so-
Helen Keller was blind and deaf, and
Yeah. And she was a communist.
sure. And
They taught her about like governments, and then she was full on communist allegedly.
when was Helen Keller? Man, we really are stupid, aren't we? But who the fuck knows when Helen Keller
I'm
was
gonna
around?
say.
Holy shit!
What?
Nothing. Keep going.
Well, I remember watching a documentary, it was a cartoon for children about Helen Keller, and I watched it in elementary school, so I vaguely remember it, and they were dressed in like late 1800s clothing when she was a kid. So, are we talking adult Helen Keller? How old was she when she died?
Yeah. What was her age range?
Okay, she's anywhere from 1880 to 1910-ish.
1880
Okay,
to 1968.
that was when her lifespan.
Yes.
Okay, so that makes, so I wasn't that incorrect.
She was born June 27th and died June 1st.
I mean, I know she didn't die when she was like 30, so I don't know why I said 1910.
She was pretty old. She was what, 80?
Yeah.
80.
When you get people to take care of you and don't have to do anything, you know. Living a pretty.
I guess she would have been 80.
Pretty easy life.
She was 87
man. I mean,
because her birthday was a couple months away.
Yeah.
Or a couple of weeks away. Yeah. What the fuck did Helen Keller do?
Anne Frank.
Anne Frank. Well, she died in the 1940s.
Yes.
And I would say she was probably born in the late 1920s, early 1930s.
20s? No. She was just a girl.
Well, yeah. But if she was born in 1929 and she was killed in 1942.
Okay, so how long was she in hiding?
I don't know. For a while, though, right?
Yeah, I don't know. 19.
Dude, I fucking nailed it. She was born June 12th, 1929.
No.
And she died in 1945. That's
How old was she?
1929 to 1945. How old is that? That's 16?
16.
15 or 16, depending on when she was brutally murdered by the Nazis.
It's weird. That's almost my Pepe's age when he was in World War II.
It's weird that she would probably... There's a good chance she would still be alive today. A lot of those people would still be alive today.
She would have been like 90.
Like
something.
any of the kids,
My
there's
Pepe's
a solid
like
chance.
95.
Yeah, like
He was like
it's
17 at the end of the war.
crazy. I like how related to Anne Frank and Helen Keller, Albert Einstein.
See, that's one I wouldn't throw in. Well, yeah. Well, the Helen Keller thing's weird. At least Einstein has a little bit to do with like World War II.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little.
What about Mother Teresa? Does she have a lot to do with World War II?
Is she in there too?
Yep.
I don't know.
Gandhi.
No.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Sure.
Probably had something to do with something.
All right.
Let's turn into the history podcast.
Yeah, what were we originally talking about? What just led to this? I don't fucking remember.
We were talking about 23andMe, but I don't remember if we were talking about something before that.
No, we were talking about that. I think
no, because I said I got my new mattress, and
right,
then there's
and then
a stain
the
on
stain, which led to the 23andMe.
Right.
And then us wanting to send blood into the thing that asked you to spit in a cup. Just to see what they would do.
Right.
Which is disgusting.
I wonder how often that happens.
I don't think it happens ever.
How often do you think people pee in it? Because that's a lot easier to do.
Here's the thing. If that costs, what was it, $99 for just the standard thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so somebody to do something like that stupid, they don't have that kind of money to spare. I see stupid people all the time, and they're very poor. No, they're not going to. That'd be all over the news.
That she peed in a little cup? I think that...
And sent it in 23andMe. No, I'm saying, like, nobody who has money would think to do that. People would only ever do that as a joke if it was maybe, like, $20 max. If it was $5, they'd be getting shit, they'd be getting blood, they'd be getting pee, because that's how people are. You know what I mean?
Should I brush my teeth before 23andMe? Do not eat, drink, smoke, chew gum, brush your teeth, or use mouthwash for at least 30 minutes prior to providing your sample.
30 minutes? Okay.
Collect the recommended volume of saliva.
If they were going to say no smoking for an entire day, I'd be like, yeah, fuck my family. I don't need to know anything about them. I know they came in from like Canada or something like that.
Does urine have DNA and can you extract it from a sample? Urine contains DNA, but only in small amounts. Of course it does. Right?
I'm assuming
literally everything
part of your body is going to have some DNA.
Everything in you has DNA on it, and if you ingest water and it goes through you, some of those little dead cells are going to get in there. Of course it has everything has DNA. Just don't everything has DNA. I don't understand this.
Be my DNA. You know that song?
No, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, it's Empire of the Sun.
I thought you were about to say Empire Strikes Back.
I mean, I just sang it terribly because I'm not
a musician.
Yeah, I'm not a singer. But yeah, They got a song called DNA. It's pretty good.
That's
Good
hot.
song.
That's
Yeah.
sexy. Do you
I
know
like
what
that
DNA
song.
stands for?
If you say it, I'm gonna be like, yeah. But no. I'm sure at one point I did, and then I just got a lot dumber as
Yeah.
I got older. Yeah.
I believe it stands for deoxyribonucleic acid.
Yep.
And
Sounds right.
RNA is ribonucleic acid
Ribo.
because there's no. Or I guess it's deoxy. Dioxy? I always heard dioxy, but I guess it's deoxy.
Dioxy. I think it's maybe if you're from across the lake.
If you're fucking stupid or if you've landed on the moon. Those are the two options.
Deoxy or dioxy.
Yeah. Aluminium. Oh, my name's Tom Holland.
Harry Potter.
I like aluminium.
Why do the British people, why do you make their voice so high pitched?
Because my name's Tom Holland.
Is that how Tom
I'm
Holland
just
talks?
a boy. You've seen Spider-Man. You know how old he is.
Yeah, he's like 25.
He's also in a much better shape than I am and could very
yeah.
easily beat the shit out of me.
Yeah, pretty sure he always was.
No, probably not when he was a baby.
No, I'm in better shape than you. He probably always was.
Not when he was a baby. I probably could have beaten him up when he was
I
a baby.
doubt that. I
Just
bet
fucking
you were.
bam.
I bet you were a fat.
Oh, dude, I
Fat
was
baby.
so fucking fat, and I was a little bald.
They were probably like, went to your mom and was like, "Are you sure you don't want a C-section? This baby's like."
Oh no, I was a C-section.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Probably because you're too fat.
Oh yeah.
I was a C-section too.
There's a photo
They say
of
it
me.
makes you have like sensory problems,
Oh,
and it makes sense because I like don't like the way things feel.
I don't give a fuck.
No.
I
Certain things I like this touching me right now.
bothering you.
Yeah,
I don't like
it gives me goosebumps.
I have I don't like cotton balls.
Yeah, who does?
Yeah, the stuff that
That-
I don't like is
Ugh.
relatively.
Styrofoam.
I'm fine with styrofoam.
Ooh, and it rubs on other
Oh, it makes
styrofoam. Oh, that's so awful. That's disgusting. I hate it. What were you gonna say?
I don't remember.
Something about your mom.
Oh, there's a photo of me as a baby, as a bald, fat little baby wearing a Captain Picard shirt. And yeah.
Nice.
There's also a photo of me throwing up all over myself. And in high school, we had to submit baby photos for like the yearbook for when we were seniors, when we were graduating. And my mom submitted some stupid fucking regular baby photo of me looking like a cute little baby. And she was like, "Oh man, your dad wanted to send the one in when you were throwing up." And I was like, "You have to send that to me right now, and I have to see if I can get that in." And she's like, "Why do you want to put that in?" And I was like, "Oh, give it to me." And I sent it in, and they didn't use it. So
That's dumb.
it was pretty disappointing. You all set there?
Yeah.
You having fun?
I just feel like these things are gonna crawl away.
Yeah, they're pretty fun. And that's
Yeah.
what the top of the mattress is made of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like 2 inches of that.
Oh, I would hate that.
It's a great. It feels really nice. It feels really nice. Oh, you dumped your soda, your beer all over the floor.
My Heineken Zero. It was empty.
That's good. Heaven forbid this carpet gets some beer on it.
I think it's clear though. I don't know if it actually looks like beer. It just tastes like it's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to get rid of them because I feel bad that I left these all in your fridge.
And I haven't had one. I haven't had one.
Try it.
I don't really want to.
Do you like Heineken?
Yeah, it's
Tastes
alright.
like Heineken
It's pretty good.
with rose water in it.
I've never had rose water.
It's everything you think it is.
Does it taste like roses? Is it romantic?
It tastes how it smells. Just smell that.
Yeah, that smells like a shittier Heineken.
Yeah, it smells like a really cheap, like a bush.
It doesn't even have the benefits of getting me drunk.
Yeah.
Like the great thing about Heineken is it's relatively refreshing, and I also get drunk from it.
No, well, this is good for your skin and your hair.
Sweet. I don't care about either of those things. Let's go.
Yeah.
YOLO. Do we want to talk about Obi-Wan or The Boys first?
I have not seen Obi-Wan, so don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it? Can I
But
spoil
I
it
have
for
seen
you?
it. Yes, you can spoil it.
Spoiler alert for Obi-Wan. If you haven't seen it, the last episode came out on Wednesday. It's not great, Wouldn't recommend it if you don't give a fuck about Star Wars. The meme value of this show, honestly, I'm surprised by their restraint. Because the only one they did was at the very end, Obi-Wan walks up to a little baby Luke Skywalker and he goes, "Hello there." And that was the only one. There was one point where Obi-Wan was like in a pit and Darth Vader was standing over him, and I was just sitting there waiting for him to go, "I have the high ground." I was waiting for it. It didn't happen. So yeah, that's Obi-Wan.
So Darth Vader goes to that planet.
No.
Oh.
He doesn't know about Luke and Leia.
Oh, he doesn't know they're...
Because he thinks they're dead.
Oh. Okay.
Right? At the end of that movie.
Oh, that's right, because she did...
No!
She was like... Yeah, right. She was pregnant, so we just assumed like...
Pregnant. Yeah. Yeah, it's... Whatever, I don't give a fuck about the show. It's not that great. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Who cares?
Not worth it.
Yeah, I would not go out of your way to watch it.
Yeah, I won't.
If you're like a diehard Star Wars fan and you love everything about Star Wars, you'll probably like this. But I mean, if you're just like a casual fan who likes some of the movies, this is gonna do nothing for you because it's too prequel-y. So it's like it's got weird, gross CGI. It's also a TV show, so it doesn't have like the budget to have really good CGI. So it just and there's also a lot of flashbacks to the prequels because it's like in between. It's not for me. Anyway, The Boys.
All right.
You have not seen the most recent episode that came out today, Friday the 24th?
No, it came out last night.
I thought it comes out on Fridays.
What is today?
Friday.
Well, last night...
We're recording this podcast.
That's right, but last night I watched the one...
Spoilers.
No, the one...
for The Boys.
Where Frenchie's in the hospital with...
Yeah.
And then the... the smoking Russian lady.
Yep.
Yeah.
She rolls up.
Yeah. And then there was
Don't
another
worry, that
one...
gets expanded
There was
upon.
another one after that, though. But maybe it was just showing that it was coming out and not that I could watch it. But it said
Maybe.
it was there to watch.
I think...
But that was also late at night, so I don't know if they just put it on late at night and then
Maybe.
so it's on for like 12.
Fuck off, Amazon. Just let me go to where I want to go.
That last episode though had me laughing pretty hard.
Yeah.
This one little bit, I don't know if you caught it, but you know the smoking Russian lady who's just always chain smoking.
Right.
So she's in a hospital and she's got a cigarette going. And they leave the room, and
Holy fuck.
right as she goes by this guy on oxygen, she just like turns quickly and blows the smoke in his face. Did you see that?
I think I did. Yeah.
I was laughing so hard at that. Just like real quick and walks off. I love it.
What are you doing there, bud?
Yeah, that is a good show.
This most recent episode that came out today / yesterday, depending on whose reality you want to live in.
Right. Right.
It might be my favorite episode.
Is it?
It was easily the most gory, like by far, and that is saying something for this show.
I don't know. I think the first episode had the most fucked up thing I've seen in The Boys.
I think this might top it.
Wait, the brand new one?
The most recent one, yeah.
The one I haven't seen.
Right.
Okay, so you can't ruin any of that for me though.
It has the most gore
okay.
and the most naked people.
Okay. So
and those might be interconnected at one point.
episode 1.
Episode 1, I have it up here. Payback.
Yes. The guy you can shrink.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So what I thought was so far the most fucked up thing I've seen in The Boys is that scene where he is
very
banging,
small.
and he's having sex with a Barbie doll.
As you do.
Well, everybody else is all coked up and watching and cheering.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes with this other man, and they become very friendly. They start kissing, and then the other guy bends over and says, "I want you inside me." And you're thinking,
In the butt.
anal sex.
Right.
No. He turns small and starts hurtling cocaine, lines of cocaine, and then dives into the guy's
hold
penis.
on. There's a very important part you missed out.
What did I miss out on?
He does a line of cocaine.
Right, before
and then shrinks down and jumps over the cocaine.
Multiple lines of cocaine.
That's a very important part.
There's a lot of cocaine in that room. A lot of cocaine.
Yes, there was indeed.
Right, that's true. He does a line of cocaine. He's hurtling the cocaine, dives into the guy's penis.
Yep.
The urethra?
Yep.
Yes. And then
he's walking around
inside,
massaging the walls,
touching the walls. The guy's like, "Make your way to my prostate," and then he sniffs a little, and from the coke,
right?
And he sneezes.
Yep.
And cuts to him, full grown, blood, boyfriend's cut in half.
Yep.
This new episode's more fucked up than that.
Yes.
I am so excited to go home.
You should be.
I am really excited.
It was, it's really good.
So episode 2, I gotta refresh my memory.
That's the one where
I kind of just watch them and then it's like it doesn't.
Right.
I can't remember like what episodes what,
it's also
other than if something super fucked up happens.
Difficult because all of the descriptions are like, it's like the description for episode 2 is Homelander, America's greatest superhero, defending our shores from sea to shining sea. Today, America honors him on his birthday in the VOT shopping network, blah, blah, blah. It's like a fake promotional thing. So it doesn't actually tell me what the episode is about.
That's the one that starts out with the movie, right? Or was that the first one?
That is the first one. You and a guest are invited to the premiere of the Dawn of the Seven.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
how could you not know she was a Nazi? Homelander is completely off the rails in this season.
It's insane.
Too.
It's insane.
He goes full on.
It's scary.
He goes full on like alt-right.
It makes me uncomfortable. Yeah. It's so freaky watching someone with so much power just lose control.
I think
completely.
Eventually, I don't know how many seasons this show's going to have.
They're greenlit for a 4th, so there's gonna be at least another season.
Okay. See, I think eventually somehow Homelander's gonna lose his powers. Because the other woman, who probably in season 1 was the most fucked up scene that I can think of. That I remember. I gotta rewatch him. I
know the broad strokes of seasons 1 and 2. I couldn't give you any specifics other than the whale.
What's her name? It's not Kyoko.
Kimiko?
Kimiko? Yeah.
She can't talk, and she's like...
Yeah. Does sign language.
She's super.
In season 1,
she's also a great actress, and I love her.
Yeah, when they let her out of the cage, and she just massacres everyone. They're like, "No, don't let it out."
This most recent episode is more fucked up than that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. If it doesn't deliver, I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna be pissed.
I think that you're gonna go home. You're gonna turn it on, and you're gonna get to the running part. I'll just say that, and you're gonna say,
A-Train?
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Was A-Train try to run?
A-Train does some stuff. He's in that episode. He is definitely, he's there. He's present.
I like his new suit.
His new African heritage suit. I love that this season is just like going after corporations. Like with the weird pride stuff like, where it's like, oh, we're so, and it's like, that's a line from this most recent episode. Never mind. The head lady is like, racism is not tolerated by VOT, and then it just doesn't do anything to the dude who fucking like destroyed a room full of black people for no reason.
Shit out of this like community
just,
center.
It's stupid. It's also very accurate to how it would work in real life.
I think a lot of people would be pissed. I like how he just snaps at the end of his speech.
Yeah. They just start going off. I also love the weird dance segment in episode 5. Where it's like in her imagination.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was good.
Also, I think that is her singing.
Maybe.
Because I've watched videos of her speaking and it sounds very similar.
See, I think going on into later seasons, they're going to try to study what makes her lose her powers.
Yes. Well, I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah. They're going to inject Homelander with something, and he's going to be, like, basically turned back into a mortal after he's, like, gone apeshit and killed a bunch of people. and then they're all gonna like come at him, see his true colors.
Do you think
That's my prediction.
Do you think there's gonna be like a weird like Avengers space alien type thing? Do you think that's gonna happen at some point?
No, why do you think that?
I don't know. It's just like a
like,
classic
like
superhero,
to, like distract.
like an alien comes down from space, and like maybe a bunch of the heroes and the boys have to team up and fight it or something. I don't know. Maybe fucking Watchmen Squid shows up.
I don't think so, because this show isn't like, it's not that superheroes existed, it's that they were created.
Right.
So an alien just came down, it would have to be something that Vought created.
Yeah, who's to say they couldn't create an alien?
Right, but then it would have to be like because they were creating supervillains,
right.
So I suppose they could like do some kind of a space invasion, but no, I don't see that happening.
I wonder what they're gonna kill Homelander at some point.
Well, yeah, they kind of have to.
So what are they gonna do after that?
No, they're not gonna kill him in this season.
No, but maybe in the next, like, they're gonna kill him. This show is extremely popular because it's very good, and then they're gonna decide that they want more money, and they're gonna make another season. That's what's gonna happen. Even if all the creative people say, no, we told the story, they're going to do what they did with Babylon 5, and they're just going to make another season.
And do people actually like that season?
Of Babylon 5?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so
it's like 4 seasons where the dude who created it, Babylon 5 is like a weird sci-fi TV show. It's sort of like Star Trek, where actually that guy went to Star Trek people and said, hey, I want to make this show about a space station with all these aliens, and it's like a commerce center, and they're like, fuck off. And then, like, a couple of years later, they made Deep Space Nine, which is a space station where a bunch of aliens show up and have commerce. So they stole the idea from him.
That's how that works.
But Babylon 5 is really good. But it's, like, the 4 seasons where he had this roadmap of everything that was going to happen. So that's the story he wanted to tell. And they're like, but the show is really popular, so we're going to... It wasn't really popular. It was pretty popular. The show is making money, so we want another season. So they made him write another season. It's just, like... The ratio of fans of the show who dislike it to like it is like 90%. Most people hate it.
I feel like there's certain shows that you just have to end.
Yes.
And The Boys is one of them.
Yes.
Like, after a certain point, you can't just continue.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. It'll just be really shitty and ruin the show.
I'm saying, like, you can't continue without it not being a good show anymore.
Oh, you mean sort of like the Terminator franchise?
Yeah, I don't know if they had a chance at doing like a third Terminator that was good.
They could have done something.
I actually liked the third one.
I mean, compared to what came after, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's the third best in the franchise.
Not that bad. But no, like, I mean, like, if you look at like a show like Dexter or something, they like it ends up being more like drawn out.
Right.
And then they just kind of end it. The ending in Dexter's bad, but like that's a show where you could continue it because it's just.
Yeah.
Sort of the same. Like, it's not a show that has to have like.
It's not a narrative.
Yeah,
it's just sort of like what's happening. Yeah. I think that for the next Terminator movie, I don't know if I've mentioned it. I think that they should go with a horror. They should make it like a hard R horror movie, like a true horror movie.
The Terminator.
Yep, the next Terminator. Because best case scenario is they stop making Terminator movies. They're not going to do that. They're gonna make another one. Because why wouldn't they? You know? They've been making shitty Terminators for 25 years.
Yeah, well, they're probably going to put that on hold for a while. Let everybody settle down a little bit. Maybe forget about the Terminator for a little bit. And then 20 years later, yeah, you can have your Terminator back.
Well, nothing is confirmed yet. We speculate that Terminator 7 will be released in late 2022. I don't think that's true.
No.
This is from ravemotionpictures.com. Unfortunately, the filming for the part has not begun yet, and therefore not many details are revealed yet. Yeah, that doesn't answer my question. Ooh, there's a fan sequel. Terminator 7 Algorithm.
A fan sequel?
Yeah. 2023. That's exciting.
Somebody just made their own.
They're working on it. But when they inevitably make one, I think that they should make it a horror movie They should set it in a time that's not the 1980s, 90s, or now. Like, they should set it in, like, the 1500s.
The 1500s.
Just do something fucking weird. What if they made it where the humans
1500s?
Yeah.
That'd be stupid.
Because how are you gonna kill a Terminator in the 1500s?
You're not.
You have to like lure it in front of a cannon or something.
I mean, I guess technically they could go back as far as they want and kill
Start stomping on
kill
shit.
any of the like, yeah,
stomping on the bugs.
Seriously, like they could just go back in time, go to Africa, find like the first human beings ever, slit their throats, but then they wouldn't be invented. Oh, I didn't think of that. Shit, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that scares me.
Stalker. What if?
So they can't go to. Why would they go into 15?
Well, here. What if they went back to?
They don't exist yet.
Like
or they do exist.
Nikola Tesla.
They do exist, and they can go back anytime that they want. They just can't kill their creator before they're created.
Right.
So they could go back in time. You don't know why they would want to, unless they're like collecting some kind of valuable material from the past. But then they wouldn't have it in the future.
Right. Because they couldn't bring it back with them.
I
Unless they like buried themselves.
I think the 1500s would be stupid.
What if the people were the bad guys in this episode, or this movie, where the people are trying to kill somebody and the Terminators are trying to keep them alive?
You mean like in the second one?
Sort of. But instead of Terminator on Terminator, it's like Terminator on person. Again, flip it. Like in order to they go back in time and try to kill Miles Dyson. But the Terminator wants Miles Dyson to survive. So they go back in time to keep Miles Dyson alive. But instead of being like, come with me if you want to live, they just pick him up and carry him away.
Who's Miles Dawson?
Dyson?
Yeah.
It's the guy who created the fucking chip. In Terminator 2?
No.
He's the guy that Sarah Connor goes AWOL and tries to kill. And he's like, I think I'm going to throw up. And then the Terminator rips his fucking skin off.
Right, yeah.
Listen to me very carefully.
And he's like, I don't think I can hold this.
And he's going,
and then, yeah. Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, it is a good movie.
They should have stopped after that.
Or James Cameron could have just done the third one.
I think James Cameron has forgotten how to make movies.
Why? Because of Avatar?
Yeah.
Maybe like this.
It's not a good movie. It's fine.
It's not like, I think he's more focused on like the visuals rather than the story.
Hey, how about this, James Cameron? Stop making fucking Avatar sequels and do a fucking 4K transfer of Aliens. How about that?
Why, you could do both.
He's not.
He probably doesn't want to go back and
He said he would.
Yeah.
He did it to Terminator 2 like 4 times. Do The Abyss and do Aliens. I want a fucking 4K release. I've been waiting for a 4K release of The Abyss for over 10 years.
Why does he need to be present for that?
Because he won't let anybody else do it.
Oh, he's one of those.
It's fucking James Cameron. Of course he's one of them. What are you talking about?
James Cameron does what James Cameron does.
The Abyss 4K.
I'd rather have Aliens than The Abyss.
He said he would do both of them.
I mean, The Abyss is a good movie, but...
Oh, here we go. JoeBlow.com. Rumor, The Abyss 4K Blu-ray tentatively coming in August with James Cameron's approval. Yeah, it's a bunch of nerd shit I don't care about. The Abyss is a good movie.
It is a good movie.
I think that we have recorded a podcast.
I think so.
Let
me turn my Spotify off.
Follow us on Instagram if you want to see a photo of Jordan putting on an eye mask wrong. JGTA podcast on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm never gonna use these.
Nice. Jordan's gonna go feel my pillow. Bye.